Hello, Amal. We are going to look at how to use the level two content of DanieTeach now. So I have again prepared a little presentation just to explain it. Obviously, we have now begun to, we've done already level one. So this level is assuming that you or your students have done level one of the Afrikaans DanieTeach online program. You can use this as an additional resource in your classes, or you can just follow this routine or this program. Um, as you can see, I've listed the outcomes on the side there: the speaking, the listening, the reading, and then the comprehending. The reading to understand part is coming in level two. Where level one, we focused mainly on hearing and listening and speaking, because Afrikaans being such a phonetic language. Now we are moving a step up, and we also wanting to read a little for understanding as well. So you'll see that we've added a few things now. Once you've entered your link, you'll arrive at your language landing page where it says welcome. And here it is important for us to look at the conversation between two people. So literally a lesson or two can be around: say hello to your friend next to you. How is he or she doing? How are they doing? What is your name? How old are you? Even if they don't get it right exactly, it's just the exchange of conversation that is important. And Bella is giving us there an example. Obviously, the English equivalent is easy. By now, they should know it. If they don't, then you can just explain to them, I am 6 years old. What is your name? How old are you? How are you doing? It's going well with me. Thank you. This is all to do with conversation between students. Let them get comfortable with the language. And then we obviously have a look again at our page of content page, where you can find the weekly planning if you want to use that. You can email us if you need any assistance, and then obviously your helpful videos that you can watch to guide you. Again, there's audio guidance as well for the kids to keep on listening, being exposed to the language the whole time. This time you don't have to follow a certain pattern. You can start with any sound. I'm doing or suggest that we do the twin vowels first. The reason for that is in level one, we've done we've done the vowels, the short vowels. And then a little bit of some of the other alphabet letters. Now we are doing the longest sounds, but that doesn't look the same necessarily. And then the ones that don't look the same. So it's the ah and the ear and the oo. And the ear and those ones. Very important just to make sure that they understand these are pronounced as one sounds. You later on in the higher levels will learn how to put them in plural and diminutive, which these ones then the spelling rules play a role in the twin vowels and double vowels. So it's important for them to know that it's either a twin or a double. A twin meaning the same, looks the same; double meaning they don't look the same. But it's important for them to understand that it's one sound. And it's not two letters. It's practically one letter sound we are combining together. And the biggest mistake or the biggest challenge I have found with the later stages is that they don't understand that this is pronounced as one sound. They want to bend it still and so on. So this is very important for them to repeat as often as possible. Once clicking on the sound, your chosen sound, you have a puppet show yet again. Let them watch it over and over. Let them read. Let them enjoy. Let them learn the vocab that's suggested. We then use that vocab into a sentence and question format, which is important again for the reading, for understanding part. You'll see that this is put in a presentation, and you'll only be able to access this on a laptop or PC or an iPad. The iPhones or the smartphones won't show you the PowerPoint slide. You'll have to use the computer for that because of the formatting. So you'll find a few functions at the bottom there. As you can see, there's a play button which will just play randomly the slides from beginning to end, and there's a skip slide button, and then there's a make it bigger button, so you can actually full screen it. There's a settings button. There's a cursor button. You can use a pointer, a red pointer to point where you are really looking at. So when you move on into the slide, you'll see that it's giving us the vocab that we used in the video. And now we're making sentences. These sentences don't always make sense. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that they don't make. The aap gaan na die maan, the baboon goes to the moon. It's just for them to get used to the sound aap. Gaan die aap na die maan? Question. Die aap na aap die maan. The baboon or the monkey copycats the moon. It doesn't even make sense, and maybe that's what makes it so fun for them. But the point of this is for them to practice the ah, in this case, the ah sound, and in a rhyme format. You can extend this by yourself. You can say, now you make your own sentence with these 3 words, or now try and make new words with ah, new ah words, and put them in a sentence. You might find 1 or 2 very good in languages students or children that can do it. It's about exposure. It's about extending their knowledge here. And very important just to remember that all the sounds there at the bottom, the sounds are there. If you want to play, you'll hear the pronunciations as we go along. And then if we move on, we click on the next and the next thing at the bottom, you'll see there's the new character that is being introduced. Now, the only reason why we do this is because they need to see how things are being applied within context. So, my naam is Salf en ek is 'n vriendelike draak. You can translate that for them if you want. You don't have to. They just know there is a little new character. They hear how it's pronounced, the sentence, and that's the important part. Then we click on Praat and we move on. And here we add new vocabulary. The important part in level 1 is not to over-bombard or to bombard them with vocabulary. It is important for them to get comfortably exposed to the language. In level 2, we can push it a little bit more. Now we add more vocabulary. Let's not overdo it in the first level. Let's just get them talking. And now we say, okay, learn the colors now as well. You know what a kat is and you know what a hond is. Now let's give them a color, die swart kat of die bruin hond or whatever the case may be. So we're adding some theme words here. In this case, kleure. Every other sound has a different theme. There are family, there are body, there is ocean, there's sky, there's house, there's school. So there's all these themes that you can adapt and apply as you go along. Again, this is in a PowerPoint presentation or a Google slideshow. You can extend it to a bigger screen. You can click on the arrow at the right-hand top corner to print it if you want. However, it's not necessary. Throw it on the board, project it there, let them learn, let them see it for themselves. And again, there's a click here for sound button if you want to hear. Here we ask, where does the cat sit, the black cat sit? And in the answer, the black cat sits on the red mat or the red carpet. So again, we're working with comprehension here. Let them understand the how to ask a question, and then how the intonation sounds of a question, and then how do we answer it, and show them that the answer is very close to the question. Where does the black cat sit? The black cat sits on the. And the only difference in that sentence is rooi mat. So let them see the connection between the question and the answer, so that the comprehension confidence gets built from the beginning. We move on to our worksheet. Here they have an ability, or the opportunity rather, to write again. We are not against writing. We want them to write with their hands as well. We understand it's about hand-eye coordination and all those things. It's important for them to also understand how a sentence gets built. So now we give them an example. D or A, you can either do those two. Obviously, there's first the question, waar sit die kat? D, and then the picture, and then sit op D, and then they must fill in what color, or is it a big mat, or is it a small carpet? Whatever they want to fill in there, they can fill in whatever words they've learned. They can always go to their default, what they have learned. Invite them and encourage them to write the words that they've learned before they try and find a new word, or they say they can't. And the next one gives the option to describe the noun first as well. Die swart kat of die rooi kat sit op die mat. Again, it's all up to them what they want to write. There's no wrong and right answer unless it doesn't make sense. Even if it's completely out of place, explain to them that that it's correct that they filled something in, but they need to understand what does it mean for them. They need to comprehend a little bit more now. At the bottom of that worksheet, you'll find that we've also added some blocks that's mixed up. This is good for the eye practice, to find answers in comprehension. For the first one, it's obviously the color blou, B-L-O-U. But if they now saw the word low, as in lukewarm water, low warm water, that's fine. Or if they saw the word bull, which is a bull, that's also fine. Or ball, which is a round thing on someone's head, a ball op hulle hare, and then that's fine. But it's not a ball as in you throw a ball, and that's fine. As long as they can see that you can build words from those letters. And the next one, rooi, and the next one, leeg. There I gave more examples. Geel is a color, and obviously eg, meaning true. Ek is eg aan iemand. So if there are some kids in the class that can further their knowledge like that, then let them do it. Let them write as many words as possible. Gee is another word. Gee, ek gee iets vir jou. I give something to you. And then we move on to our spelling. So you click on spelling, then the spelling words gets read and spelt again. You'll see we pronounce the sounds, the longest sounds, as one sound. Let them focus on that for now. Then there's a test as well, and then you can literally play this and they must write what they hear. Very important for the listening comprehension and the listening speaking connection in their brain. It's very important for them to understand that they must listen out for the sounds. They must listen out for the words. If they don't get taught from a young age to listen and to look, they kind of get to the higher levels and they kind of forget, or they kind of don't know that they actually have to do the work a little. And then you choose your next sound. If you want to do ear, you can choose any of those. It's not necessarily in a certain order. There are 14 sounds, I think, 14 or 15 sounds in this, where the first level only had 10, as you can see. So now we're building it. We're building their strength, their stamina, and we're making sure they are learning and building a stamina for the language. We need to build it up. You can't stay on the same level for level 1 in terms of speed as well. Speed it up a little. Yes, you can still work on your own pace, yeah, but you must try and work a little faster as your own personal pace with level 1.